Hello everyone, I am Professor Vaibhav Shah. Welcome to yet another lecture on engineering course. In today's lecture, we are going to learn how to draw an involute of a pentagon. Practically, there are many types of involutes possible, like involute of a circle, involute of a square, involute of a pentagon, involute of a hexagon, and so on. In subsequent lectures, we'll be learning each of these types one by one. If you like my content and teaching style, then do not forget to like and subscribe to show your love and support. And try to share it with your friends, which might help them to clarify their concepts. Now, let us start with one of the problems. Problem 1. Draw an involute of a regular pentagon having its perimeter 100 mm. Now, so it is obvious that we have to draw the involute of a pentagon. So involute we have to draw. But what do you mean by regular pentagon? So regular pentagon means a pentagon having each of its sides of a equal length is known as a regular pentagon. Now, before moving ahead, let us list down our assumptions. So first assumption is we are taking unwinding of the string. So we'll be unwinding the string from your pentagon. And second, the length of the string would be exactly equal to phi L. Now let us move ahead. Now you will ask, sir, what do you mean by perimeter? So let us define the perimeter. So perimeter means outer surface area, outer surface length of your pentagon is known as perimeter, or circumferential length of your outer surface of pentagon is known as perimeter. In other words, if we want to find out the actual digit for the perimeter, the mathematical equation of the perimeter, let us define the equation for the perimeter. So perimeter for the pentagon is nothing but the summation of each of its sides. So let us suppose this side is of the length L and each of the sides of the pentagon is of the same length L, then we can say L plus L plus L plus L and plus L. So here we are adding up the L for 5 times because we are having total 5 sides in pentagon. That's why 5 multiplied by L is nothing but the perimeter for the pentagon. So now let us define the required length of string. So required length of string is nothing but the total length of string required to cover the complete outer surface of your pentagonal surface. So which is nothing but the perimeter of pentagon, which is phi L. Phi is number of sides and L is a total length of that each of the sides. Now here the length of the pentagonal sides are not given, but the perimeter is given. You can see perimeter is 100 mm. So let us equate phi L is equal to 100 mm. So hence you will be having L, or the length of the sides of your pentagon, equal to 20 mm. So which means that you have to now draw a pentagon with 20 mm sides. So now let us start the problem. So we'll be drawing the pentagon with 20 mm sides. Now after drawing your pentagon, let us give it a numbering A, B, C, D and E. Now let us define this point, one point, as origin point O. From this origin point or corner point O, you have to draw one line. This line would be exactly equal to the required length of the string, which is 100 mm. So you have to draw just simple horizontal line from any of the point, from origin point, so which will be exactly equal to the perimeter of your pentagon. Now, after drawing this line, you have to just draw the tangents from each of the line. So this is the tangent from B actually. So now you have to draw the line from your point C, which will be the tangent from your point C. You have to draw the line from your point D, which will be the tangent from your point D. You have to draw the line from your point D, which will be the tangent from your point E. You have to now draw a line from A, which will be the tangent to your line point A. Now, take out your rounder, put your rounder at point A, take the radius equal to A till B point, take A as a center, AB as a radius, draw one circular arc like this. It will cut your tangent line of your point A somewhere here at P1. So you will be having this P1 point. Now, change the center to point E. Now take E as a center and E P1 as a radius. Draw one circular arc which might cut your tangent line of E somewhere here. You will be having this point as P2. Now change the center to point D. Now D as a center, D3 as a radius. Draw one circular arc like this. You will be having, now sorry, take D as a center, take dp2 as a radius, draw one circular arc which will intersect somewhere here at the tangent line of point D, and you will be having point P3. Now next step, change your center to your center C. Now C as a center, C P3 as a radius, draw one circular arc like this, and this arc will intersect the tangent line of C somewhere here. You will be having this point as P4. Now after that, change your center to your final center, center B. Now B as a center, B P4 as a radius, draw one circular arc like this. This circular arc will intersect this horizontal line here, and you will be having this final point P5. So you will be having automatically generated this curve. So this curve is nothing but the involute of your pentagon. Now let us give the radiuses. So we have used AB radius, so we can define RAB. Now in this case, we will use E as a center, EP1 as a radius, so you can specify REP1. Now in this case, we have used the D as a center, DP2 as a radius, so you can specify this as RDP2. Now in this case, you have used C as a center, CP3 as a radius, so you can define RCP3. And for this case, B as a center and BP4 as a radius, so you can define R is equal to BP4. Very easy. So now let us see one more example for better clarification and understanding. Example 2. Draw an involute of a pentagon having 35 mm sides. So now we have to once again draw the involute of a pentagon. So let us first list down the assumptions. So here we are assuming that winding of the string is our operation and length of string is obviously equal to phi L. So let us first find out the required length of string first. So required length of string is exactly equal to phi L, which is the perimeter or the circumferential distance of your pentagon. Phi into length is given here is 35 mm sides. So phi into 35. So you will be having 175 mm as a string length. So first of all, let us draw the pentagon of 35 mm sides, and let us define it by A, B, C, D, and E. Now from point A, draw one line of 175 mm long. So we have drawn one line of 175 mm long. Then let us define this end point as A dash point. Now what to do next? So now take out your rounder. No, before that, let us draw the tangents from each of the points. So let us draw tangent from B like this. Now draw the tangent from C point like this. So you have to just extend the line from C. It will be the tangent from C. Now draw the tangent from your point D like this. Now draw the tangent from your point E like this. So you have to just extend this line from your point E like this. So this will give you the tangent from your point E. Now what's next? So now take out your rounder. Put your rounder at point A. Take the radius is equal to A till your end point A dash, and try to draw this circular arc as you can see. And this arc will try to intersect this tangent line of B somewhere here, and you will be having this point as A1. Now change your center as center B. Take the distance on your rounder B till your point A1. So B A1 as a radius. Draw one circular arc. You will be having this arc intersecting this tangent line of C somewhere here. You will be having this point as your point A2. Now take your C as a center, C A2 as a radius, draw one circular arc. You will be having this arc intersecting this tangent line of D somewhere here. You will be having this point A3. Now change the center to your center D, D A3 as a radius, draw one circular arc like this, and it will intersect the tangent line of point E, and you will be having this point as A4. Now change your center to final center E. Now take the radius is equal to E till your A4 and try to draw this arc, and if your drawing is perfectly accurate, you will be having this arc closing at your point A. So you have drawn this arc. So now you can see that you automatically generated this curve, and this curve is nothing but your involute of a pentagon. So now later on, let us give the dimension to this side is of 35 mm, and obviously each of the side is of 35 mm. This radius we have used first, so you can write down as R1. This is the radius we have used second, so you can call it as R2. This is our third radius, so we can call it as R3. This is our radius fourth, so we can call it as R4, and this is our final radius which we have used. You can say it as R5. Very easy. So this is all from my side. If you have enjoyed my lecture, then do not forget to like and subscribe to show your love and support. Keep learning, stay connected. Bye bye.